I want to say thank you to all my followers at Love Tea and Life. I'm going to reward everyone for surpassing 20,000 followers by providing lots of valuable content, such as some lessons that we're doing. We're putting together some courses, like a masterclass on topics like investing, algorithmic development, software development, AI, things like this. I've been working with AI actually. Uh, what year is it? Since almost 30 years. But we didn't used to call it AI. But uh, I have a lot of experience in the field in computing. I call it computing, not AI. Um, but we're also going to do lots of other fun stuff like meditating, manifesting, diet. We've got life hack protocol, and we've got some a membership site, and we're starting to make some things like, for example, you know that microplastics are now a huge topic because when you start to eat healthy and eliminate all the junk and everything, there's still some lingering issues, and so people are looking into what's causing these things like microplastics. So these are glass, uh, and they're printed with enamel that it doesn't. It's totally healthy. I mean, there's nothing in it that there's no microplastics. There's no chemicals from paint or anything like that. And we have a happy pillow. We have little finger exercisers and some other gifts for people that sign up to our membership site, Life Hack Protocol. But we're going to give away a bunch of stuff for free, and I'm going to put lots of free content on Love Tea and Life, our YouTube channel, and information about investing and uh, things that people are interested in. Paradigm shift, technology, how things can help you with your career, with your family, with your health, things that matter to people. I've written several books about finance, and I understood that people really are not interested in finance. It's a boring topic. So my last book, Lilu versus the Deep State, is really more about gossip and drama. The story, how the elites manipulate the population, and how you can take advantage of the same things they do to benefit yourself and your family and your business. So it's all out there. It's just a question of some of us. I spend a lot of time reading and researching. I've read just thousands of books, constantly reading. Well, not last couple of weeks because I'm sick, but typically I'm reading a lot of books, reading a lot of internet articles, taking a lot of courses. So I'm constantly inundated with new information, and so over time you become knowledgeable, like you, as anyone does who walks the path, and you want to give back. And so we're going to provide all kinds of free information, and I've got some people, content providers that I'm working with, who are going to provide expertise on their specific topic. I'm not really the fitness health guy. I have a lot of research, but it's not my main thing. And my main thing is computers and technology, trading, investing. So I'm gathering some friends together who are going to also provide some content there. So just once again, thank you guys for being a subscriber. And if you stay tuned, we're going to offer lots of cool stuff on our channel that's going to be interesting and compelling, and just like any of us. I mean, if you unplug the TV, I find it challenging to find good content that's actually valuable or interesting. And of course, it's always a struggle with the kid because he wants to watch Mr. Beast videos. But there's so many interesting documentaries. I just posted on our Life Hack Protocol blog a story of Earth ships. There's a blogger I follow, Peter Santinello. He does a great investigative journalism type of style, and he just has conversations with people. And there's a community out in New Mexico that has these sustainable Earth ships where the water is recycled and all that, and they're not cheap, but you don't have any power bill. And so things like that, like how do you find really compelling content that makes you think, that helps your brain? What are things we can do to better ourselves and be entertained at the same time? I mean, I think we have to rethink just the whole life cycle of life, right? It's not only the food we eat, it's not only the entertainment that we consume, or whatever we consume, we want it to be something that there's a takeaway. Um, and when you're stuck in this alcohol junk food trap, it's never ending. It makes you feel bad, and then, like, I was talking to my friend, and he said he'll get a bunch of food at Taco Bell, like huge quantities, but the next day he'll wake up hungry, and it's just like the opposite of fasting, meditating, doing no weight fitness like Tai Chi, yoga, or these like strength training like Navy fitness programs and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of stuff out there, but the people who like farm excuse me, I've been sick several weeks, military grade infection, not COVID, not flu, not anything that doctors can figure out. um, the companies that profit from our pain and suffering, like the junk food industry, like big pharma, they spend billions on advertising. So how do you separate the noise from the signal? That's what I'm going to provide, is information how to do that, not specifically recommendations such as this is what you should go do. Is here's how you can do it for yourself and make your own good decisions, because there's a lot of noise, and the noise is attractive. Like, what's going on with Minnesota? What who's getting arrested? And what's it's all like the gossip, like the weekly world news. I'm from South Florida, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with, there was this crazy gossip magazine, I don't know if it's still around, called the Weekly World News, and it was so wild. It was almost funny to read because the stories were just so absurd. And some of them were real. I mean, I fact checked some of them. Some of them were real, but most of them not. And they just so wild. That's what this news is. That's what this news cycle is. The noise is just compelling. It's like clickbait. It's convincing you to look at these absurd, ridiculous stories to distract you from doing meaningful things like spending time with family, learning a new skill, meditating, building a business, just enjoying your life. Life is really short. When you look at our time on this earth, it's like a snap of a finger cosmically. So why waste time researching what Puff Daddy did? I mean, who cares, really? Unless you were somehow involved in it. The whole Epstein thing, or any of these like scandals, I mean, we know that that 90% of the elites are bad guys, or 99%. We know what they do behind closed doors. I mean, enough witnesses have come forward that we know all this bad stuff is real, and we're doing something about it. What else is there to obsess over? Focus, I would say, instead of reading the gossip news, read the health news. Read, there is positive stories out there, and positive doesn't mean you stick your head in the sand, and no, you focus on the positive. Like, take an Udemy course, learn a new skill, learn a language, learn something, or teach something, teach someone, or give money to a bum. It'll make you feel good. Buy someone a Starbucks. Next time you're getting a coffee, buy coffee for the rest of the people in line. You'll feel good all the rest of the day, I promise. And those are just some examples. There's millions of examples. And the whole point is it's fun, and it creates joy for you when you create your own positive examples of what you can do to better yourself from a karmic perspective, as well as for your own body, mind, and soul complex, whatever you want to call it. It's not just that we have to take care of our bodies. We have to take care of our whole being, because we're fragile in a way. I mean, now we're just surviving this winter storm, which ended up being a nothing burger. But like in 2014, I was without power for like 7 days, and it was awful. You couldn't drive anywhere because the roads were just a mess with the ice. So I stayed with neighbors who had a fireplace, and we ate lots of granola bars and meals ready to eat, and lit a fire. And it was kind of a fun experience. But we're so vulnerable. And we forget that because wake up and get into the cycle of, well, I'll deal with that tomorrow. We're not gonna bury the power lines because it's a once in 100 year storm, and then it happens. And I mean, half Los Angeles is burned to the ground, probably by arsonists or terrorists or whatever you want to call them. But the point is, like these Earth ships that I mentioned are you can't burn them. So it's like the Three Little Pigs. Like we've built our society out of straw, and then we're surprised when, oh, it's a storm, once in 100 year storm, and it destroys everything, and then we're sad. But what did we expect that would happen? Like in South Florida, we've built all of these $1 million properties right in the hurricane zone. Now, like in Miami, these condos that are built on bedrock out of concrete, they're pretty solid. But then you've got some areas. There's this one building near the Brickell area that's actually sinking into the sea. There was this one in Hollywood that sunk, and our civilization and our lives, our houses, our systems are very fragile, and the only one who's going to fix it is you. Not the government, not your neighbors, not your parents, is you. And that goes whether you're a kid, whether you're active, whether you're, whatever you're dealing with, we all have control over ourselves. We can't fix the riots in Minnesota. We can't fix external things, but you can choose to do something for yourself, which will make you feel good. And if you want like one thing, like for example, quit drinking for 90 days, I promise you, after 90 days, you will see such interesting results. For me, it's been since September. I was in a near fatal car crash, and so that kind of pushed me over the edge. I wasn't a heavy drinker, but now it's zero. So now I'm just a total teetotaler for health reasons, for a lot of reasons, but mostly it's that alcohol really is a poison that it really doesn't make you feel good. It's really an addiction like smoking, which tricks your body into thinking you feel good when you're drunk. But actually it's poisoning you. And the feeling of intoxication, of being under this poison, tricks your brain, and you start to like this state. But if you extrapolate, like if people, let's say, if everyone was drunk every day, obviously you can see how that would be non-productive. People would eventually deteriorate, lose their teeth, and die early of some cancers. So the question is it possible to have moderate drinking in your life? And then you ask yourself why. I'm now, instead of, I have a bunch of shot glasses, I'm drinking this snake oil from Brian Johnson out of it, which is some really high potent longevity olive oil that's cold pressed and everything, and also the liquid CoQ10, which I get from Costco, which is a really good vitamin, and it's better to, your body absorbs it better if it's liquid. And I use that in the shot glasses, and I feel great every day. I mean, I don't have headaches. I don't have anxiety. I just feel fantastic. The point is that, like, dealing with life stress, or and when I say stress, it could not necessarily be work related. It could be a disease that you're dealing with. I mean, like if you have pain, I had a car crash. That can be stressful if you can't use your arms, or you have something that in your life that can be pain. Anything can be stressful if you look at it in the wrong way. So people think like, well, alcohol is just a little relief at the end of the day, but it just makes it worse, whatever it is that you're dealing with. And once you understand that, then other things start to unravel. And then it's this like avalanche of positivity. And that's a trend, but it's a good trend. But that's just one example. So the whole point is that to find the signal through the noise of things that resonate with you, that can be entertaining, they can be uplifting, it can be like listening to music. I've recently discovered remote viewing is really cool, It's a way that you can meditate. I wouldn't call it a form of meditation. I don't know how to explain it, but look it up. It's super cool. You can remote view events from the past or the future as if you're there in a state of meditation. I mean, there's so many cool things out there that have been hidden from the public that are now being released, if you want to say that. So thank you again, 20,000 subscribers, and namaste. I'm grateful to you and to the universe for being able to have this connection with in a public setting with so many people. And I look forward to growing the channel and this new brand where we're going to try to all vibrate higher. And that's the whole point, is just to feel good, be healthy, wealthy, make money, because you need money in our society, and to live good, to be joyful, and to not have anything negative throughout our day. So that's my manifestation for the day. Thank you, and I wish you a great week ahead.